Oh, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play with Uncle Jay. We have stuff going on. I'm really excited about it. First, tiny little thing, but I made a little to-do room because we have so many projects going on around here that I'm losing track of them. So, in the to-do room, let's run through it. Oh, by the way, house is all nice and fixed up now. I cleaned everything up. All I'm missing is just kind of bone mealing this area, but everything's dried out. We're all fixed up. Everything's good to go. We're back to normal. We're good. I still have this chest here because, you know, that hat... Oh, I have to put the reeds back down. Oh, well. But I still have this chest here because, you know, there's still a couple things that I have to do. But looking through the to-do room, look at all these projects that we have. First up, we have biomes that I need to find. I need to find ice spikes. That's for a special type of block called packed ice that we want. I need a mushroom island for a special kind of dirt called mycelium. It just looks like fungus on dirt. And a mega taiga for a dirt type called podzol, which is just really looks good for flower beds and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm kind of on a long quest to find these three... Excuse me, I belched, to find these three biomes. But I just have to keep it in the back of my head that I have to keep looking for biomes, so it's up on the wall. Now, on the left side here, we've got things that we want to do, but we haven't started yet. Nether tunnel niceness. You know, we've got a lot of paths and stuff going out of the nether now. And I want to make the tunnels there nice and, I don't know, maybe do some sort of a hub or something there. I haven't really decided yet, but I do know that the tunnels need to get fixed up. Replace cocoa bean farm. If you look way right there, there's a tree right there, just with cocoa beans on it. But I want to replace that with something a little more automatic eventually. A stained glass shop because let me show you. We had tons of glass around our house, so now I've got tons of glass to my name. And I'm thinking about staining it and selling it. We'll see about that. Materials for Mike's Magic District. Let's, well, you know what? Materials for Mike's Magic District plus one of these other ones. Where are we? The room you're in right now. Ice Farm. New district. Wait. Oh, Netherwort Farm and Magic District. I'll tell you what this wall is in a second. But, Mr. Wolf... started working on a really nice area in Spawn over yonder. I would show you, but I don't want to ruin something. We'll look at it in a little while. But there's a new kind of purple district over here. It's very magic and, you know, magey and cool looking. So I kind of think a Netherwort farm belongs there. Also, he needs a lot of stained clay and nether brick and stuff like that. So I've got it on my to-do list to help him gather materials. The room you're in right now, this room, bleh, gross, nothing happening. So at some point in time, I want to make a to-do room that's nicer. Yeah, just nicer, that's all. We've got to skin the cactus farm, which means we've got to make a little shell around it or a building or something. We've got to make that eyesore right there that you can kind of see. We got to make that not an eyesore at some point in time. Spider tunnel. Mr. Piggy set up a double spider spawner that's got another tunnel going down to it, a lot like the slime tunnel, except not as long, not nearly as long as the slime tunnel. So he kind of threw it on my plate that I should do a tunnel there, and I totally want to. I just, you know, there's a lot of stuff to do. That'll probably be coming up pretty soon. An ice farm. I'll show you how that works in a little bit, but I want to set one up. I did some tests, and I'll show you what I was testing in a little while. Make spawn ponds not look like turds. Forgive my use of the word turds there. But we've got some ponds and stuff around spawn that are just mostly generated by Minecraft, and we can make them look way better if we sit down and just take our time with it. Smeltery. I want to set up an auto smeltery at some point where you put fuel in one chest, the things that you want to smelt in another chest, and they smelt and come out of a third chest. I want to do that at some point in time. It would just really beat just doing this one furnace by itself all the time. Everybody probably has, you know, a few furnaces sitting around, and I don't know if they have auto smelting or not. So I want to make it automatic. We've also got a squid farm because ink sacs are very nice to have. So we should probably at some point in time set up a squid farm and a zombie spawner. I think somebody somewhere found a zombie spawner and we just have to make it nice, you know, make it work for us. But that's on the to-do list. Now, possibilities. This is just kind of the idea wall. The things that we may not necessarily do, but, you know, I want to think about it. Splash speed booths. Now, what that is around spawn, I'm thinking about making these little booths that you run through, like a little toll booth. You run through it and you hit some tripwire, and it throws a splash potion of speed on you. So as you're running, blam, you get hit, and now you're hauling butt, right? And just kind of set those up here and there around spawn. You know, it could be nice. The netherwort farm I already talked about. Make a nice little, well, I sort of talked about it. Making a nice little netherwort farm over in that magic-y district I think would be a good idea. A giant mob farm. That's not using spawners. Basically what you do is you make a bunch of platforms that are dark, and everything that can spawn in the overworld spawns there and falls down. Mr. Wolf and I were talking about this yesterday because we still have not found a skeleton spawner, and bones are great to have. Bone meal is amazing, and we don't have a skeleton spawner, so we're thinking about maybe an overworld, just mob farm that spawns everything, and then they all just fall to their death. We won't get experience or anything like that from that farm, but, you know, good materials and stuff. And then a new district on the other side of town. I'm thinking about doing just how Mr. Wolf did a district over here, kind of a magic district. I'm thinking about doing one on the far side, like way past the tree farm. Okay, there's kind of an open field over there, and I'm thinking about doing something there. Maybe like a spruce district, or if I'm feeling really gutsy, a modern district. But you know, I don't know. I've kind of already done the modern thing here. We'll see. But what do we have in progress right here? Well, always ongoing is decorating and lighting the roads. I haven't really done that in a while, but I want to start this kind of tree area that I did over there with hidden lighting and stuff like that. I want to start doing that in a lot more places. Not as cluttered as it is over there, but I want to start decorating roads, or at least, you know, stay on top of it. Make it a regular thing that I do. Also, always ongoing is what don't I like about this? Where you I just have a reminder on the wall, so I remember to look at things and go, what don't I like? You know, instead of thinking about, wow, what's great about this building? I want to start, I've mentioned it before, I want to start thinking about what is not great about this building, and then make it great, right? You can't fix things up if you don't know what needs to be fixed up. So that's just kind of in the back of my head. Ender layers. Every time I go to the Enderman farm, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but every time I go to the Enderman farm, I do more layers of spawners. I do, every time I go there, I probably do 1, maybe 2 layers or so. And we're actually getting pretty close to the top, so that may not be in progress for that much longer. And the last thing that's in progress is skin the auto farm. Now, by the auto farm, what I mean is the melon, melon, pumpkin, and sugarcane. I've been skinning this since last night, and I'm excited to show you the building so far. There we go. So this is a mix of what I would call, I guess, my style. And if you remember the house on the last vanilla server that I had, it was a lot like this, with these kind of arched, like almost curved roofs and overhanging stuff and stuff like that. So I was talking with Mr. Wolf about ideas for what kind of building to do around this, because I should show you creative. I really could not come up with anything that I really liked. And Mr. Wolf and I agreed that it'd be nice to do the tree farm style over there. Well, then I took it a step farther, and farther or further? I took it a step further, and I said, okay, well, what if I mix this style with the style that I normally do? So we've got dark oak, which I normally use anyway, right? Some cobble and some other stuff, but mostly glass. That's the main feature that I see when I look at that, is glass. Huge glass walls. So I took that and I expanded on it, and I went, okay, well, what if I have glass everything? Everything that I can, that makes sense. Now, we're going to do the what do I like, what don't I like thing, and then I'm going to keep messing around with this off camera. So let's just kind of look through this. All these hanging things are going to have glowstone on them, right? I just didn't bring any glowstone over here with me. I want to trade with a villager to get it, so, you know, I just have the fence post for now. So first, let's go through what I do like, and then we'll touch on what I don't like. Now, right off the bat, I do like the spruce mixed in with the dark. So these are dark oak, and these are spruce, and I like those mixed together. Just really, really lightly. I don't know why this stair is here. Why is that stair there? Let's take that out. I think I found something I don't like. There. Is that better? Yeah, that's way better. That's better. Okay. So I like the mixing of spruce and occasionally regular oak color. Because, you know, we've got the oak colored buttons, we've got this oak colored thing, right? But I want more dark oak than I have spruce, and I want more spruce than I have regular oak, if that makes sense. Now, let's, oh, also, this is a little fancy word incoming, homage to what they did to my house. I figured, you know what, let's have fun. Let's make some water in here, some water walls. I think they'll enjoy that. They'll get a kick out of it. Oh, good signs. Oh my God, pretty. This is from Pig. Mr. Pig said this, and I wrote it down. This roof is the work of an insane person. I take that as a compliment. So let's keep going around here. I like, I want the andesite on the bottom, and I definitely want the chiseled stuff on the top. So I like that. I like the square part. It's, you know, you've got these kind of curvy, slopey things, and then in the middle of it, kind of a squared-off roof. And I did that at first because honestly, because I was a little lazy, and I just kind of went, well, let's see what that looks like, you know. It saved me some effort and stairs, but I actually ended up really liking it. So now that we're on this side, I like the supports on this side. I think I want to keep these supports going on the rest of the building. Cobble. Let's talk about. So our materials go dark oak and then spruce and then regular oak, right? Each one is more, I use more of it than the one that I'm mentioning. So I have more dark oak than I have spruce. I have more spruce than I have regular oak. And I want more oak than I have cobble. But I really like the cobble every once in a while. It reminds me of our single player world, and where I kind of blended this stuff together. And I think it turned out really well there, so I want to keep it going here. I like how these parts kind of jut out from the side of it. I think that adds something nice to it. I went a little crazy on this wall because it's such a flat wall that I had to do stuff. You know, I had to do some things to keep it from being so super flat. But I ended up getting some pretty good ideas, I think. I also like the buttons on these guys, okay? This is something I don't like, so we won't talk about that right now. Obviously, I like the glass. Let's see, what else? What else have I not touched on? Excuse me, that I like. Oh, way up there, way up there. Let's see if we can get up there. Yes! Hey, ho. So I did these as little balances for what are holding these things up, right? And that's just a regular fence and a stone pressure plate on top of this chiseled brick. I think it makes for a nice little looking, like kind of weight balancy thing. I think that's a nice combo. I'll probably keep going with this on the rest of this building here and there. Can I get on top of it? Hey, I did it for a second. Okay, so I like these. There's also another thing here that I really, really like. That is down here. There we go. I think. Yeah. So this part, this specifically right there, I like it because it kind of... Organic is not the right word, but I can't really think of anything else. But it kind of organically starts wrapping, like it outlines around the thing, but it's not a straight line, you know, it's almost like a curved kind of growing on top of the roof thing. And if I can pull that off in other areas, then I definitely want to keep that going, because I really, really, really just like the way that it wraps. Like, the roof comes down here, and it's just a shell. Like, the rest of this looks like it's kind of lightly containing the glass. This looks like it's almost growing on top of the glass, which I really, really like. So I still have to do flooring, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do for that. But, yeah, let's figure out what I don't like. Whew. Okay, we've got our do like knocked out. Now let's figure out what we don't. So I don't like that this is all just white stained glass. I think I need to mix it up a little bit, at least a little. Maybe some black stained or dark gray stained or just even regular gray stained could work. I don't really know. What color is this? Silver. I think that's gray stained. Maybe we'll try that. We'll try some gray stained stuff out. I also don't totally like this right here. This kind of pattern. Maybe that should stretch down this way, maybe. If it went in front. See, it just, you know what, maybe I'll mess around with it a little bit, but it looks like a weird pattern to have on a somewhat flat wall, if that makes sense. I don't like that pattern that much. That's okay. That's okay. Actually, you know what? Let me touch on this. Something I do like. I like how these are stairs, so they start to go in, and then this is a solid block. So it's not the same thing happening in this one little section. It changes up just a little bit. What else don't I like? Hey. Oh, I got him. Did it? Wow, it didn't shoot him. Okay. That was odd. What else don't I like? I'm taking a different approach with this, by the way. The way I did this is I started building out the frame around everything, and then I went with the roof first. And I'm kind of building up on top of that. I've been trying to change up the way I build every time I build. Or at least, sort of. Let's see. What else don't I like? Well, I need a lot of stuff down at the bottom, so I'm not even going to touch on making a foundation stuff, but that's going to come. See, there are a few flat surfaces that I don't love. Oh, you know, here's something I don't like. So this kind of juts out by one block, right? It overhangs by one block on these sides. But when it gets to here, it kind of stops doing that. So I need, I think, more overhangy stuff. Maybe even this thing. Maybe I'll do another layer down there. Here's the thing. These have to be bottom slabs. They can't be top slabs. Because things cannot spawn on top of that. But they can spawn on top of that. So they have to be bottom slabs so that we keep spawns away. That's our big concern. That's the hard part for me with building stuff in survival, is you want to make stuff that looks really, really, really nice. But at the same time, you want to make sure that things can't spawn on it. So sometimes really, really, really nice looking stuff is made out of blocks that things can spawn on. So we want to avoid that. I don't like that one piece off on its own. What else? I don't think there's enough spruce mixed in general. I think I need to do a lot more spruce, especially from this back side. Yeah, this back side definitely needs more spruce, so maybe that'll stay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And let's see, more spruce here. Definitely need more spruce here. I'll have to do the overhang or underhangy kind of thing on the sides of the roofs. Oh, back to one thing that I really do like that I just noticed is that I've got dark oak here, and then the problem I ran into was that underneath here are the dark oak logs, right? That I used to make the frame, right? The frame went from here to here, from here. You can see it go there, right? I just built out the frame first. So things can spawn on top of this yet again. So put down a slab. And originally I had dark oak here. I switched it out with spruce because I really do think the spruce looks good in small amounts around the thing. So anytime any excuse I can come up with to use a little bit of spruce, not a lot bit of spruce, but just a little bit, I'm gonna try to take advantage of. And yeah, you know what? Now that we've talked about that a little bit, I am gonna get hard at work on this thing, and maybe I'll cut the camera in and out. I don't know. We'll see. But well, you know what? Before we go, let's take a real quick look at Mike's Magic District over here, the Mage District. Now, I love this style. There's a history to this style, actually. This kind of purple and dark oak and stuff. There's actually a history to this, and I know the history of the style, and it makes me like it even more. But we've got a couple towers. I think, yeah, Mr. Wolf is right in here. Let's see what he's got. Anything? Nah. But if you notice, he's selling some of these, so I'm thinking about buying one of these from him. We'll see what the price is and stuff. But maybe I'll set up a little shop in here. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what I want to sell yet, except for the stained glass. And I want to use a lot of area. I want to use a big room to sell stained glass. So this isn't going to be a stained glass shop, but I really have my eyes on this guy right here. Can you go upstairs in this thing, I wonder? Well, we could probably figure something out. But yeah, thinking about doing a little shop here, but I really like this area. This turned out very well. And I know everybody is pleased with it, and Mr. Wolf did an amazing job on this whole thing. So guys, oh, I don't know if I showed that in the last video or not, but Mr. Pig made a Hollywood sign because our server's called California Craft. So you got to have a Hollywood sign in California, right? Let's take a real quick look at the ice farm that I was talking about. If I can get up here. There we go. Hey. Whoa. Okay, here we go. So let's do this. Ice. Huzzah! I've been testing. I know you can make this stuff. This at one point in time was all just water. But you stick it high enough in the air and it starts freezing. So what you do is, well, let's just knock all of it out. And we'll do some of this. Let's put one more down. I had mentioned I want to find packed ice, because packed ice acts just like regular ice, except it doesn't do this. It doesn't turn into water like that. And you can run faster on it. You can do all kinds of stuff on packed ice. Packed ice is just generally great. But this regular ice works very well if you want to just water some stuff, like an area. You can just put these ice blocks down, and the same way that I knocked that one out, you put the ice block down, punch it, and it turns into water, which is great. Great. So we've got a little mini farm. I don't even know if anybody else on the server knows that this exists yet. Because see it freezing. I'm thinking about maybe I'll make an automatic one or a little bit more automatic one, and that'll be what we use. But this was really just for a test, and the test succeeded. So while it's still here, I just gather some ice every once in a while. Whew. So we will be right back with. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do some magic editing. I'm gonna ender pearl into a nicer house. So here we go. Shazamo! I've got a couple fixes. Fixed a couple things up. I wanna do some stuff on camera, and let's well, you know what? Let's start off with the fixes. So add cobble, change up glass. That's stuff I got to do. Pattern in the front I changed up a little bit, right there. See, it's a little. I think it's cleaner now. It looks good. And if you jump up, you can kind of, there's a little peak. You can see something going on at the bottom, but it doesn't really force you to look at it, which I think is all right. I also added a layer of slabs here. Whatever we got back, added slab and the one spruce. Okay, so on the back side, I added that second layer of slabs. I think it looks way better now. And I also started kind of doing this stuff. Little slabs every once in a while, just kind of on the corners of this, like it's being supported by that. It also gives it a feel like it's arching a little bit, just a little bit. I think it's fun to play with dark colors and light colors and use the dark colors to make it look like something's curving or Like it's going in a direction that it's not actually doing. It's almost like drawing something with a, let's say a real dark pencil and then a light pencil. You know, you can use the dark pencil to make it look like whatever the light pencil is doing is the word is accentuated. You kind of accent what's going on with a darker color, and it makes it feel like something else is happening. I didn't word that super well, but yeah. Also, when I added the spruce here, I realized that spruce doesn't look so bad right there. That looks all right, actually, when you've got other spruce to look at. So let's get cracking on a little bit of this cobble. Excuse me. Oh, I have it on me. I have some on me. Let's, uh-oh, server's gonna be restarting. Of course, as soon as I start recording, here goes the server. Okay, we're gonna go down to the 1 minute mark. So let me show you what I'm gonna be doing here. We're gonna add some here, and don't worry about the road here, because I can always move the road, and I'm gonna have to move the road on a couple of these parts. So I'll show you. Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Right there and there. And remember, we're just throwing in a little bit of cobble. We want less cobble than oak, and we don't have that much oak going on. Right here. This is okay. It's okay that it does that, because I can move the road. I can make the road go this way and wrap through here. Not 100% sure how I'm going to make the road go in this way and still keep the cactus farm, but we'll figure that out some other time. Let's see where we can throw some cobble on the back. Maybe there and there. Actually, yeah, I think there and there. That's what we're gonna do. A-do-da-do-da-do-da-do. Uh-huh. Give me that cobble. 1, 2, so that's 12. And that's plenty. What else did I want to do? Oh, yeah. I want to start messing with the glass a little bit. Change that color up. Let's do that and that. Make it nice and symmetrical, like it's being supported. Or like it's supporting. How's that? Oh, yeah. Look at that. I love it. I love having layers to things. I'll tell you what. Putting layers to things works so well. So well. And I'm actually amazed how many things go with white stained glass. Like the white stained stuff just generally looks really good with any sort of dark color. So let's check this out. Boo, 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 boo. Try to get some stuff in before reset. And what do we want to... Maybe this guy. Mm-hmm. And this guy right here. Let's just see what that looks like. Dark. Dark. And dark here. Perfect. Let's see. We could maybe even go in one. Let's see about that. We'll go in there. Go in there. Oh, boy. Don't have tons of time. 1, 2, 3. Nailed it. And here. Oh, come on, you can do it. Come on, Cletus. There we go. How's that look? Oh, that already, I think, looks better. Maybe we do some on the corners here. What else was in the book? I want to touch on stuff right now. Add cobble, change up glass. That's all that I've got left in the book. And you... Try to get some of this in right now. I really did not plan on the server restarting right now. I need to keep better track of when it's going to go down before I start recording stuff. Option B is to stop recording and then re-record this whole part. Nah, that seems like overkill. That seems like a bit much. So let's see. On the corner. Great. And let's get some on the corner here. 2, 3. Thank you. Yeah, might as well. Uh-oh. Oh, of course. Give me that slab back. Okay, you, and slab. Perfect. Oh, I made it. Okay. Knock some of these out. And boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'll continue that stuff later. But for now, let's figure this out. We can maybe do one of these chiseled deals. Yeah, I don't like the chiseled brick, actually. Not with the cobble right here. So maybe some of that. Maybe? Or, idea number 2. Okay, and let's try this. will make the stair go, or the wall go all the way down into that thing. I think that's good. I like it. I like it. Okay, knock you out. There we go. And server's going down for reset. So we will be right back. And yeah, I'm going to figure out a bunch of this, and I'm going to work on the foundation a little bit, and we'll be back after that. Little bit of progress made. A little bit of progress. Let's, oh, weird. I just got an email or something. I'll check that later. Anyway, so I had this kind of arch down this way, and I decided to make an archway out of it, but I just undid that. By the way, this is the 6th time me trying to record this part. Something keeps messing up, but I'll get it done. Anyway, instead of the whole foundation thing that I was gonna do, just for now, I'm just doing cobble underneath this stuff. I can always go back and replace certain cobble blocks with stone or whatever I want to do. Yeah, so I've been tweaking. I've been tweaking a lot with the glass. You can kind of see it. It's actually kind of hard to see, but there's what's that, gray stained glass right here in the corners. There are some things that I don't love about this, actually. You know what? Let's just take some time to do some tweaks. That's what we're gonna do. I think that's the important part of building, is tweaking things. So let's tweak away. Let's do some of this. I don't like this being in the corner. The darker stuff on the ends almost make it look like it's round or something, and I don't want it rounded right there. It's kind of the thing that I was saying about using darker colors to highlight stuff. Well, you put dark colors on the end like that, it makes it look a little bit more round. Let's do... Dirt? Where's dirt? Got it. Got it. We're just gonna do some little minor tweaks right now. I think, like I said, man, I think tweaks are the important part of building. At least for me. For doing things the way that I do, you gotta tweak them. You know, you gotta sit around and take some serious time to play around with your building. And there's a fine line between tweaking things and never finishing things. So I try to finish things with as much tweaking as I can. Look, I could sit here and play with this building for an entire year, and if I didn't want to be done, I wouldn't be done. You know, there's always something. Is that a root? I guess that's a root. There's always something that you can do to a building. But, yeah, we're not going to mess around with that. You know what? I don't like that gray right there either. Give me that pearl. Let's go get it. And I need more quick slot places, or inventory slots, or whatever you'd call them. Quick slots? I don't know. There. Okay. Let's play around with some of this glass and see what we don't like. Ow. Good old feather falling boots. I think that looks better already, actually. Without the dark stained stuff. I have a theory that it's better to do too much on a building than not enough. If you do too much, you can always dial it back. You know, I can pull some of this dark stained stuff out, and I'm thinking about that part. You know, I don't think I want dark stained right up here. See, it makes it look a little bit more round than we actually want it to be. You come out. There we go. And I don't know about the other side. I think that's okay right there. Let's take a look. Take a look. Do a little bit of work. Take a long step back. A little bit of work, long step back. Here we go. Attention to detail. Very, very, very important stuff. Just look at every block that you can see and go, does that look good? See, like right there. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Let's do some of this. Uh-oh. You come down. And now let me on top of you. There we go. Okay. This would look better, I think, in these corners right here than it does there. Let's do... Where is it? Gray stained. Uh-huh. And, of course, never have my tools on me. There we go. Let's take a look. Take a little look-see. Yeah, see, that looks better. I already think that looks better with the dark in the corner instead of on top. Little things, man. I'm telling you, it's all about the little things in this game. Let's take a look at this side. All right, well, we got just a couple minutes left, so I want to show you how I'm going to do the floor. Boop-a-doo-ba-doo. Let's see. And we're going to do oak, I think, for the floor. That's what at least what I want to try out. We'll see how that looks here in a second. We'll line everything in this, and then we're going to do slabs for everything. I don't know about the oak, though. It feels like it's probably too light of a color. But let's check it out. You know what? That could be okay, actually. Let's, where those... Did I put those stairs back? I did, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Also, around these chests, I want to make sure... Let's see. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Boom. Okay. Around these chests, I want to make sure it still goes up high, you know? You, and you. And we'll put a wall... Well, probably above this thing, actually. Like that. And then... Let's see here. Oak. Give me all of those. Holy messy inventory, huh? Okay. Knock you out. Let's check this out. For what the inside could look like. Get. And you get... I don't want everything completely walled off, but I want it at least a little bit walled off. You know, we have to have a floor here, right? Absolutely have to have a floor. Let's see. If you go... Boom, 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 maybe? And then we could just kind of do one of these numbers. And I'm thinking instead of having a whole, like, enclosed room... we'll just have little sections like this, and I will probably do something like dark oak. Why? There we go. Let's try this. I want to have, I want it to almost look like this, all this machinery back here is at least being held up by things, you know? There are things here that are holding the machines in place. I think is important. Now let's see. Well, we can close this side off for sure. Boom, boom, boom. You. And you come out. Let's take a look. Oh boy. Tweaks, tweaks, tweaks. Always, always, always tweaks. You're gonna go like that. Maybe, and then... Let's say a piece of oak right here. There. So I think the inside will look mostly kind of like this, but it'll be, you know, holding all this stuff up. You know, we want stuff sort of walled off so that it's nice to get to the chests. Let's fix that. So that it's nice to get to the chests, but part of the theme of this whole building is kind of having exposed machines, I think is, I think that'd be pretty cool. So, let's see. We've got 42 levels. What do you say we take care of some enchanting and then call it a day? We'll just do a bunch of books. Put tons of stuff up here. You. Sure, some dirt. That. And a button, and this. Yeah, okay. Let's get our hands on some books and see what we come out with. I've been kind of messing around. Well, I mean, I've been enchanting a lot. But the way I've been doing it is, I have like 5 items that I'll put in. I'll try to enchant them. And, you know, if I don't get anything right, I'll try a book. If I see Silk Touch, I'll just go for it, right? If the book just says, like, Bane of Arthropods or something, then I'll try the sword. If the sword doesn't have a good enchant, then the helmet. Then, you know, it just keeps on going that way. But, I think right now, let's just do a whole bunch of books. And we'll put a bunch of this stuff in. Sharpness. Get down here. Here we go. Fortune. Hey, all right. Boom. Projectile. 33 levels. Sharpness again. Hey, that's good. Hey, another sharpness, right? That's it. 27 levels. Let's take a real quick look. Unbreaking. Bane of Arthropods. Yep. That's it. Let's, bum. Well, that wasn't an activity. Bum, 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 bum. That doesn't make sense. Let's bum, 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 bum. Sharpness, sharpness. Let's combine these and get a sharpness 4. Blam. Sharpness 3, 4. Do I have more sharpness over here? 1, 3. Oh, is there a sharpness 5? I can't remember. Sharpness 3, 4. I think there's a 5, right? Sharpness 5. What are you? Sharpness 4. We'll start working on a nice sword. This is where all my good enchants are going, right here. Let's put the fortune up there. I didn't even notice that. I got infinity on that? Beautiful. Beautiful enchants. All right, guys, so let's take one more look at this thing on the way out, and we're going to call it a day. And I'm probably going to go get some more levels so I can repair some of these tools. But I have a lot of work ahead of me. This is, I really wish I could build this thing in its entirety on camera in one episode, but it's just, I'm so about doing a little bit and then tweaking and then a little bit and then tweak and then a little bit and then tweak. I do that so much that it's pretty much impossible to record this. But don't worry, I have a secret weapon that I'm working on. We'll find a way to maybe do some time-lapse stuff or something, and we'll watch me build sped up. But until next time, guys, wait. Let's do this nice. Blam! Hey! Hi! Until next time, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Anthony Dominic, love you very much. Everybody else, love you too. And I will see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.